Zacian is the strongest Pokemon ever created. Or, at least it was. Back when Zacian and Zamazenta first released in Sword and Shield, one of them was broken, and the other was Zamazenta. I mean, Zacian has an outrageous base stat total, one of the highest attack stats of all time, and an ability that takes that attack stat and makes it even bigger. The first year it was even legal in VGC, it not only won Worlds, but appeared in 5 of the top 8 teams. It would be an understatement to call Zacian the best. But then, some things changed. Not only was 2022 Zacian's first legal year in VGC, but it's its last in Sword and Shield since Scarlet and Violet released the same year. But Zacian's still in Scarlet and Violet, so naturally he'd still dominate the competitive scene, right? Not even close, no. Not only was Zacian hit with a Gigaton Hammer nerfs to his stats, but his ability, you know, the thing that made him especially broken, was nerfed to only activate once per battle now, which makes it way easier to play around with things like Intimidate or Parting Shot. But maybe the biggest nerf of all was the removal of Dynamax. Now you might be thinking, well, what does that have to do with Zacian? He couldn't even Dynamax in the first place. Well, it all has to do with his signature move, Behemoth Blade. Behemoth Blade does double damage to Dynamax Pokemon, which made Zacian the most effective counter to absolutely nuke your opponent's Dynamax Pokemon, and that could often lead to entire games being turned around. So, I guess that's it then, right? Both of these legendaries now completely outmatched by their competitors. But that's not actually the case. Even though Zamazenta received the same nerfs stat-wise and ability-wise that Zacian did, it got one buff that changed everything. It can learn Body Press now. And with Regulation G starting back up again, Zamazenta is seen as one of the top threats, while Zacian is still doomed to irrelevancy. But back in Sword and Shield, people still thought,